to start this project, I'm using a lightweight yarn and my 4mm crochet hook. Now that I have my slip knot on the hook, I'm going to make a chain to the correct length of my top. So now that I've made my chain, I'm going to go back and add a double crochet into each stitch. I'm going to start my next row by skipping the first stitch and creating a double crochet into the second. Now that I'm at the end of my row, I'm going to chain one and turn my work. And now the pattern that I'll be using for the rest of the top is going to be a front post stitch, double crochet all the way back until the end of the row. And I'm just going to repeat this pattern until the top can wrap around my torso. Now that I'm back at the end of my row, I'm always going to chain one and turn the work. I'm just going to continue this pattern and keep making more rows until the top is wide enough to fit around my torso. So I've crocheted my top to be 9.5 inches tall and 24 inches wide. And now I'm just going to add a single crochet along all 4 edges of the top. For the back of my top, I'm going to add 1 row of double crochet followed by a row of single crochet. But I'm going to leave 3 spaces where I can thread through a piece of string to lace up the back. So at my first corner, I'm going to add double crochet. I'm going to chain 1, skip a space, and double crochet into the next. And now I'm going to continue to double crochet until I get to the center. At my center stitch, I'm going to chain 1 and then skip a space and double crochet into the next. And when I reach 2 stitches away from the corner, I'm going to chain 1 again, skip 1 stitch, and finish with a double crochet in the last. Now I'm going to chain 1 and turn my work, and now I'm going to finish the row with a single crochet. And at the end of the row, I'm just going to cut the thread and tie a knot. And now I have my back section completed. In order to make the puff sleeve, I'm going to create a chain that's about 22 inches long. And now that I have my base chain, I'm going to add a row of double crochet. And I'm just going to continue to add rows of double crochets until I get the sleeve to the right length. Now I have my 2 sleeves that are finished, and they measure at about 22 inches long and 8 inches tall. And now for the next step of the sleeves, I'm going to crochet the ends together. And now with my top folded in half, I'm going to attach my yarn a few inches away from the corner of the shirt. So now I've attached my yarn about 4 stitches away from the corner of the shirt. And next, I'm just going to join the sleeve and the top together for about 8 stitches. Now that I have my sleeves attached to the corners, I'm going to cut out 2 pieces of yarn and thread them through the tops and the bottom of the sleeve to create a puffed sleeve effect. So now when I tighten up the sleeves, it has more of a puffed, gathered effect. And for my very last step on the top, I'm going to crochet a chain that's long enough to lace up the back of the top. And for my very last step, I'm just going to thread through the chain through the little spaces that I created earlier.